Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is gzduel here today to bring you a duel that I had using my Hieratic Destiny hero deck. It's pretty interesting for this duel in particular because I'm facing against my opponent who is playing some Hieratic slash Gishki, and it's really cool because it really demonstrates the virtue of this deck in that I am able to play from behind. And what I mean by that is if you see the monsters that he's summoning out, especially this level 6 ritual monster, he is effectively taking cards from my hand before I'm able to even start my turn. He went first. He's able to go for Ptolemy's M7. Using that, he's able to recycle his engine, going into the level 6 again, and then he's about to rip 2 cards from my hand, sending them back into the deck, which makes it so that when my turn rolls around, I am only able to retaliate with 4 cards in my hand, and yet I am able to make an effective counterattack, and all of that is attributed to basically the virtue of the Hieratic engine that nets you pluses, as well as the synergy these two engines have with the Monarchs, as well as the Destiny heroes, and also the draw engine, the consistency of the deck. So as you can see, I began with only 4 cards, but not to worry because I am able to use Upstart Goblin, I'm able to search. I got into a Destiny draw, which was really good too. I got rid of the all the things I don't need, and I got to things that I do need, like Soul Exchange. With Soul Exchange, I can tribute his M7, summon out my Caius. Using Caius' effect, I can get rid of the level 6 ritual monster, and then I have 3 cards in my possession, whereas he has 5 cards in his possession. So the discrepancy between that, it's not it's not too great as if how I began the duel. Now my opponent, of course, his deck is kind of adding to my advantage as well, because in ritual summoning, he is actually giving up a lot of resources. When he's using the Aqua Mirror to ritual summon, he effectively has to use 3 cards in order to get out 1 card. So he needs a ritual card, which he must send to the graveyard. He must also pay the cost of the ritual summon, so that's another card. And the only card that he gets to keep out of that is the sorry, and he also has a ritual monster, and the only card that he gets to keep out of that deal is the ritual monster itself. And the ritual monster after the initial stages, and later on when you're only relying on Mind August, which he does right here, it's not as effective. So it gives me an opportunity to mount a counterattack. As you can see, he has 3 cards in his possession. I have 3 cards in my possession, but my 3 cards are just way more effective than his. So I summon out Tefnuit, which is lucky that I drew into it, or else I probably wouldn't have anything to play. And then I went into Gauntlet Launcher. Gauntlet Launcher. I think that this was kind of a misplay on my part, because knowing that he has a Gishki deck, and knowing that the back row probably isn't anything significant because he would have gotten rid of Caius, I should have gone with more of a safer play. I should have gone for something like Photon Strike Bouncer, so that if he were to get out another ritual monster, he wouldn't be able to get over the Strike Bouncer, because the Strike Bouncer A has too much attack, B, he wouldn't be able to use any monster effects on the field in order to remove my Strike Bouncer. So I probably should have done with that, but I got greedy, so I went for Gauntlet Launcher, and instead I wanted to get rid of his monsters and do more damage to him, which is, kind of foolish of me, because now that if he were to get rid of the Gaia Charger, I'd be effectively left without a play, because my Monarchs, they really require tribute fodder, which, depend on the Hieratic engine again, but, it would be really, really unlucky for me if he had all the things that he had in his hand this turn, last turn, because now he is able to get out Mind August, he is able to get out Tefnuit. Using Tefnuit's effect, he can get out Labradorite Dragon, and then he's able to recycle cards into his hand again. I don't think that effect is very useful, the Mind August effect, but nonetheless, he is able to go for a power play right here. Had he gone for it last turn, I would have top deck a Ryza and I wouldn't be able to do anything. But if I had a Photon Strike Bouncer instead of a Gaia Charger, I'd be able to actually control what he's able to do on the field right now. But, as you can see, it's kind of like unfortunate for me that he did that, but it's cool. It all depends down to my next draw. Whatever I draw next, if it's able to help me tribute or help me stall for a turn, it'd be really, really great. And lucky for me, that's exactly what happened. Due to the effectiveness of the Hieratic engine, due to Convocation being able to search for Hieratic dragons, that's really cool because I got to get to my Tefnuit, and like the power play which he pulled on me last turn, I am able to pull a power play on him. Using Ryza's effect, as well as Tefnuit's effect, I am effectively able to control the field once again. I can remove the M7, I can use the Tefnua to bring out a Wattail Dragon, and this time I go for the Photon Strike Bouncer because I know that he's going to top deck. I know that the only thing that'll feasibly be able to turn this duel around in his favor would be a monster effect of some sort. And so I decided that I'm going to do this, knowing that the back row isn't anything significant. Now he draws into Gishki Beast, which he actually can't use because his graveyard is filled with no Gishki monsters as well. If he were to try to use the effect, I would be able to negate it with Strike Bouncer's effect. So he just decides to surrender right here. Surrender right here, and I win the duel. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was informational in regards to how my deck is able to play from behind, and coming with you with a deck profile very, very soon. This is Gary gzduels signing out.